Most traders get lost in the noise of lower timeframes and wonder why their bias fails instantly. The confusion forces you to trade against a higher order flow, leading to avoidable stop outs and a drained account. Watch carefully because this exact structure logic removes that bias instantly. This is the same structure logic applied instantly. The tool automates this, but you need the logic first. Let's clear the chart and map this manually. Let's walk through that time frame doubling method and exactly how it's going to help your bias. Now we can identify this as in a downtrend, but to make this much easier for me to go through showing you how this works, the doubling method, I'm just going to use my tool because it's going to plot the areas on for me straight away so I can easily show you how this works. If we look at this area of price, and what I mean by is these areas where we see the change of character with a continuation of a change of character. This is when we have conflicting price because we're seeing a trend shift in multiple directions. So even when we're going down, we're seeing a small pullback here for continuation. What we need to do, we need to clean up this noise. Even on this 4-hour time frame, this is still noise to us. We need to clean this up. So how we can do that? We can go up a time frame by doubling that time frame. So if we go up to an 8-hour time frame now, the same thing. We can now start to see how this is going to help us. Let's look at what's just happened here. We've now gone from having all those change of characters, just one change of character here, and one to the upside, then another one to the downside. Then we see the continuation of that 8-hour structure to the downside. So from this point, this is a true bearish trend that we're in on that 8-hour. But we're still seeing this area here where we've got 3 change of characters, which can confuse you in the markets. I'm going to show you later is how we can apply this to lower time frames. So if you are on the lower time frames and you're thinking this can only be applied to the higher time frames, it can be applied to the lower time frames as well. So now we can identify this. Let's go up another, doubling the time frame again to 16 hours and see how this is going to help us. This is much better because what we've now got, we've got our previous change of character to the upside. We then have a break of structure, and then a final change of character bearish. Since that change of character to the downside, we've only had bearish breaks of 16-hour structure. This is how it's going to help you to clear that noise from the 4-hour time frame we saw to what we're now seeing on this 16-hour time frame. And what we can actually do, we can follow this time frame with more precision, and we can make sure we're in the right flow of the market. So how can this help us? Well, what we can actually do, I'm not just going to show you a sneak peek how it helps me with my tool, is if I now go down to my 4-hour time frame, we know that this 16-hour is the ideal time frame here. I can actually just turn on this 16-hour time frame. So I can now see where those structure points are. So as well as seeing my 4-hour time frame structure, I can now identify quickly, there's my last 16-hour break, there's my current 16-hour strong high, and there's my current week low, and there's my previous break. So you can now identify that we're in a nice bearish trend on that 16-hour time frame. That gives you a clear bias in the market. It removes that noise that you're seeing basically with the 4-hour time frame when you start to see all these change of characters. So identifying this is one current swing in the market, we can then use that 4-hour time frame as our internal structure here, and we can identify that the 4-hour has that movement down and a current pullback phase on the 4-hour time frame. We can actually make this even more powerful when we're looking for entries, and we start to apply this to lower time frames. I've just basically shown you how this works by using multiple time frames with doubling up your time frame from a 4-hour to a 16-hour chart. And if we zoom this out, you can now see how that 16-hour is showing us a nice bearish trend in play. Now, where we're just looking at the 4-hour time frame, it will become more subjective to you because you're not sure about the smaller sections of price. So you'll be looking for price to potentially want to pull back into this area to take out the high of the strong high on that 4-hour into the 50% area on the 16-hour into this imbalance. And that's where I want to be looking for price to potentially pull back to for another run for that week low on a 16-hour. If we look back at this area of price, we see the change of character. Let me zoom in to this area of price so you can understand how we're reading this. So this is our current last break of structure here to downside. This is our current low in the market. Now, if we look back, we're looking for a previous high. So we do have a 4-hour high here in the market, and we see the push to downside. Now, this is going to be our potential high for our 16-hour market. So this will be a previous high here. This is our current low. So what we have is our higher time frame structure is bearish. Immediately know that that bias is bearish. And then we see the change of character on the 4 hour showing us the start of that pullback. So if you are actually confused, even with your internal structure here, this is how you can use this doubling of your time frames to help you identify that bias. So the market does pull back up into our 50% area of this current swing. So this is a swing to downside. To make it easier for me to show you, let me just actually go back on a replay mode just to this area. Start a new replay mode to here. And this should show you quickly by showing on the tool. So this is in fact the original 16-hour high. Now obviously I didn't know that ahead of time, but the tool's going to show me this instantly on the chart for me. If you're mapping this manually, this is where you can obviously get caught up in marketing in the wrong position, where my companion tool helps me to identify this instantly on the chart. So now I've got my previous high for that 16 hour. We've got the current low here as well, and we're seeing a potential pullback as the 4 hour shifts. Look at where price is just pushed into an area of imbalance, an area of potential supply on a 16 hour. So now down here, what you can actually do is go down to lower time frames and start to search for your entry for the market to run down for that week low. That's what we're looking for. Let's see what happens when we play this forward, and we see the market is currently holding. Let's see if we're going to push higher or lower, and we get an instant drop to downside. So that area of imbalance, that area of supply is what held price, and then we had a push to downside, pull back, lower high. That's going to be a lower time frame entry continuation. And that is how you can apply the multiple time frames of doubling up your time frames. Now I did say earlier on, we would look at this on a lower time frame as well. Let me just shrink this down. We'll remove that 16-hour off here in a moment. Let's go to a replay and let's look at an area on the chart. Let's say from here. Let's mark it from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings. So we've got basically the reason I've marked it there. I believe if I just go one candle forward, let's zoom into this area. I'm going to remove quickly now that 16-hour off the chart. And I'm just going to turn this off for a second. And we'll also make this 8-hour. We'll make this into a 40-minute, and you'll see why in a moment. So we're currently on that 4-hour time frame. I believe this is created, it has created a valid week low there in the market. Let's go forward another candle, see if we get a pullback. Oh, we do. Okay, so we've got a potential change of character there. You can see we've just closed through. That would create a reversal in the market. But the idea here is I want to show you more than just the 4-hour time frame. It's the lower time frame. Let's go one more candle, and we do get a change of character. You can see what we're going to do is use the same validation of doubling that time frame. Let's go down to a 5-minute time frame first. We're going to go right down to a 5-minute time frame, and you'll see how this is going to apply on the lower time frames. So if we look at this time frame as a whole right now, we can see all this change of character nonsense here in the market, even another change of character bearish. Now we can use this to our advantage when you're looking for an entry, and I'll show you that hopefully in a moment. Don't worry about this number down here. It's because this is an 80-minute time frame. The indicator's not quite picked this up correctly. What I want you to understand is when we start reading price, doubling that time frame start to help you to identify the true bias. Let's go to a 10-minute time frame. Again, you'll see how this is going to help you. So even on this 10-minute time frame, look at this. We've got a change of character, change of character, change of character, change of character. What does that signal? That signals a potential sideways market. It's not giving me enough information for potential trade or even a directional bias right now. So let's go up another time frame. We double again. We go to 20 minutes. Let's look at a 20-minute time frame. Okay, so again, we're still seeing, look, if you're not seeing it, there it is. Change of character after change of character. Entries are getting stuck when the market is very choppy like this. Let me know. Leave that comment down below and just leave one word. And if nobody's got to this point in the video, they're not going to understand what the word means. Just put in change of character. If we now progress up another time frame, let's just clear the chart again. We'll go to double again. We're going to go to a 40-minute chart. Let's go to a 40-minute chart and see what happens. So on a 40-minute chart, this is the first time we've now identified. And let me show you, we got a change of character bearish, move to downside, change of character back bullish, and we're currently bullish on the market. So you can see here that 40-minute, we are currently bullish. Now this should be a 80-minute chart, and you can see we're currently bullish. Let's go up to 80-minute chart and we'll have a quick look at an 80-minute chart as well. Let's go to 80-minute chart to see if it's same as that 40-minute, and it is. So we've got a change character bearish, change character bullish. So now you're seeing where your true bias lies. We're seeing the same type of price action. It's not until we get to that 20-minute time frame we're still seeing that shift in structure like this. So what do we look for? Well, let's go back to a 40-minute time frame and have a look at this chart. Basically, what we're looking for is a pullback phase. So let me just show you. We want to see the market pulling back for continuation to run this week high on a 40-minute. We're also going to look for the same thing on an 80. If we go to 80-minute, we're looking for a valid high. We don't have a valid high here yet, so we want to see a valid high created. But if we're looking at this as a time frame, we want to see the market pulling back at least to the 40-minute 50% area on this current range. So let me just show you how this works. This is how we're doubling the time frames to help ourselves. So there we go. We get a push down into that 50% area just about. Let's have a look at 80-minute. We want to see a valid high. So we're looking for a solid line, not a dashed line, that high. Let's see if we get that now. So we're going to get that on this candle. We'll go one more candle just to show you. There we go. We get a valid high. We've got a 50% area. So what I'd be doing now is looking down to my 5-minute chart, and I'll be looking for a reason to now go along. So right now, what do we have? Well, we've still got price currently in a bearish market. But that's how we want to see this right now, because we're looking for a reason to buy. So a reason to buy for me is another push deeper into that 50% area on the higher time frame. And we want to see potential sweep into these areas here of imbalance below. That does take some learning to understand all these concepts. And you can learn that inside the mastermind, which is the third step of our structure system. The second step being this actual companion tool you see me use here to help you see this doubling time frame effect. If we now go forward with price, and let me just go and play this forward just quickly and see where we actually run. So the market, you can see, is moving sideways. We're looking for a push down here to run this week low. We get a run on the week low, which is great. We get an internal structure break back bearish. Now what I can actually see from this, if I just go up to a 4-hour time frame, we've got a deeper push into that 40-minute 50% area. Let's have a look at the 80-minute time frame. Again, into that 50% area and this imbalance sitting below. That's what we're looking for. Let's go back to our 5-minute. So we could potentially now, as we're bullish on a 40 and the 80, we could look at this as a potential entry. So what we could actually look for is a break above the high of that candle, stop down below. We can see if we get triggered in to run towards that strong high to the upside. Now, what we're going to do now is I'm just going to use my tool to turn on those higher time frames. To be honest, we only really need one. It's either the 40 or the 80 because they are identical. So we just put the 40 on for now. And then we'll just highlight this and you'll see where we got the change of character to the upside on the 40. We've got our current week high. So potentially we're looking for a run for this high eventually, looking for a run for this high here. Now, why am I looking at this? At the moment, what I'm identifying is a sweep through. This is a higher risk trade, but it's a sweep through a previous low, a weak low in the market, into this area of imbalance. Now, if the market, we want to have this slightly above the high, so we break above the high. If the market now basically continues to push down and closes through that weak low and continues to be a bearish market, then really the trade is going to be even more higher risk and I would pull that trade. Let's go forward a candle and see what happens. So the market has actually pushed us into that trade. Let's go forward another few candles and see what happens. Do we get stopped out? I have no idea. I'm just looking by reading the market and we actually start to push higher. So what we're looking for now is to take some risk off this trade. I'd be looking for the market to run for this internal high first. Let's just see if we do get there. Very close, came back down towards our stop and we would have hit that first target. So I'd be out risk free now on this trade. I'd let the trade just run. Second target would be looking to run for this previous high. Now at this point we can identify that we're still bearish on 5-minute structure. That's why it's important that we're taking profit off the table, but we're going with the higher time frame bias. By using that doubling of the time frame to find the true bias is how you make sure you're going in the right direction. Now if we were just still looking at this 5-minute time frame, we'd be looking at a bearish bias. Because we've doubled up all the way to the 40 and 80-minute time frames, we have a bullish bias and it's a clean structure to work with. That's why we're looking at using this. Let's see if we can run for that strong high or not. So the market does push up higher. We're coming back down, and we've run through that strong high, which is fantastic. So you can see how the market's just done that. Now, this is how you can start to read this. We've actually basically took out this and made a new change of character to the upside. I'm looking for price to run for that week high. So you'd be basically still taking profits off the table at this previous high, and now you'll be holding the trade for this high. So we could see another pullback into this area below, to these areas of imbalance, to continue with that trend. Let's have a look at the high time frame. We can see we're all aligned now being bullish. We go to the 4-hour time frame to see where the 4-hour is sitting. So the 4 hours now made that change of character, looking to run towards that high. So the 80-minute time frame, this is where we got to the highest time frame, and the 40-minute. We can see there that we've got a change of character from this change of character to this change of character, and we're making a potential run for that week high. The same for the 40-minute time frame, which is the doubling up from the 20-minute time frame. And this will all make sense once you start to apply this on the charts. So we got a breakout pullback. We came into the 40-minute 50% area of imbalance. We swept this low, or this internal low, and we're running up. Now look, the market is basically running into this previous imbalance again. Now we could have a reaction there, and we could see a pushback. Let's have a look. Let's go forward a few candles. But we actually do push above it, and we've removed that imbalance. And that's important. Understanding why this is important is going to help you to understand how to trade these markets. Now we've closed that imbalance, we've got free reign now to push up to this previous high right here. That doesn't mean we can't have a pullback, and that's why we can start looking for a new trade. Let's go back to a 5-minute time frame. So we're in this trade here, looking for run for this high. We just failed to hit it. Now whether you took the trade just before hitting that high and ready to be out of the trade, it all depends on your risk appetite. But right here, what I've just now witnessed is a change of character back bearish. Now for me, this is great, because now we're looking again at another sweep of a potential weak low like we saw down here before. So we can now look for the same setup. So let's have a look and see what we get. We're looking for price to want to run down. Look what's happening. Let's zoom in. We've just swept into our imbalance above, created this sweep of the low. This gives me again an entry. Look for a break above the high, stop the low. So looking for a small break above, see if we can get into this trade, and we're looking for a run of this strong high, and then eventually the weak high here on that 40. So a smaller trade here compared to this one. Let's see what happens in the next candle. Do we get triggered? Oh, we go deeper. So we can actually now look for an entry above this candle and our stop. This gives us an increase in our risk to reward on that trade. So we've got this trade still open, and we've got this trade we're looking to enter into. Let's see if we can get triggered into this one. And it's all about understanding and reading price at this week low. So we're being triggered into this trade. It's broken above the high, big push up, rejection. Why is that rejected there? Because we've got this imbalance sitting above. Now we're looking to see if we can continue to push higher. Let's see what the market does. We get a push higher. Yes, pushed into the imbalance. We need to see it close through. Close that imbalance, and now we're going to run higher from here. We can have a small pullback into this area below, but internal structure shifted bullish. This is how we play to the upside. See if we continue to push up. Well, we did a strong push up. So straight up to that high, and both targets are basically hit. And that's how you can use the time frame doubling effect. Once you understand how to read the markets by finding the true bias first on your high time frame, this is how you can start to align everything together. And obviously, if you want to use the tool that I've been sharing here today, you can actually grab your copy right now by going to the link in the description of this video to get your license today. But if you want to understand how we actually map this whole structure manually, step by step, do watch the next video coming up. That goes through the whole process